I would like to start with two quotes which I recently found on a web page which is called, I've got a title, but it's trying to illustrate the changes in the world we are facing. And the first thing is, the web page is called Did You Know? DidYouKnow.org. First statement is, did you know that in 2000, that today the daily printout of a single European newspaper equivalents to the amount of information that an average person consumed in the beginning of the 19th century in quarter of his entire life. And the second thing is, did you know that out of 10 jobs which are publicized today on newspapers, top 10 publicized jobs in today's newspapers, 5 did not exist 10 years ago? So what I'm trying to say is that we are all living in the world which is radically changing. The pace of change is as fast as it has never been before. So what does it mean for us? What does it mean for media? What does it mean for policymakers? What does it mean for our children and us who live in this time? The message is very clear. We have to adapt and change very fast. We have to develop new tools, new methods to grasp the information which is out there, to digest it, to get the main messages out, and actually act and react on them. It's clear that the media has a role to play there. It's clear that the policymakers have the role to play, and also that information and communication technologies have an important role to play. But our, if you want, final objective is to reach to the individuals. Only by reaching to the individuals, to individual people, we can get them empowered, and by empowering them, we can contribute to them to get well-being, to get employed, to contribute back also towards sustainable, smart economic growth and societal balance. Yet if we look where we stand today, it's very important to recognize that still 1 in 4 European citizens have never used internet as medium. So this is due essentially to lack of access, motivation, user-friendliness, and of course, necessary skills. But if the predictions are that the printed newspapers cease to exist by 2050, if it is true that in 5 years, 90% of all the jobs which will be out there will require one way or the other some type of ICT skills, the simple answer to the question, are you literate, or can you read and write, will inherently change very radically. Media, digital, ICT will have to be very important parts of literacy. If you look at digital exclusion, which goes, of course, according to the statistic, to the analysis, hand in hand with the economic and social exclusion, the gap between digitally empowered, meaning the highly educated, employed, mainly young people using broadband in urban areas, and digitally poor, risk widening if older people, lower skilled people, unemployed, and less wealthy did not benefit most from being digitally included. If you look at, for example, some concrete figures from which we received recently from the United Kingdom about the economic benefits of being digitally connected, where the UK digital champion very clearly said that that household which does not have access to the broadband is losing 640 euros per year of the savings because they simply don't have the information of how to save money, where are the discounts and so on. It's clear that we have to get these people connected. We have to get them the digital literacy. And only by doing that, we can get them fully integrated in the society. So where is the role of the media in all this story? In many cases, I want to insist that the socio-economic groups which are at risk of the exclusions are not using internet. And they, at the same time, use broadcasted media on a daily basis. So from that perspective, it is very important to recognize that you are the ones in touch with those hard-to-reach groups. I was very happy to learn that the European Broadcasting Union is planning to support the Telecenter's Get Online Week, starting by the end of this March, which is aiming to introduce about 200,000 new people across Europe to the internet in just one single week. This is a very impressive number and huge effort for small NGO and often volunteer-based organizations. But remember, on the 1st of April this year, meaning when this project will cease, we'll still have 120 million offliners. So what I'm trying to say is that with your members' involvement, you could assist us to halve this number. So the conference program also mentions children and young adults. I want to also mention just here a brief story about my personal life when I tried to actually help my youngest son to teach him some mathematics. I wanted to say, okay, where are the problems? Give me the equations. And he brought up to me an equation. And I scratched my head and I said, look, frankly saying, I was just not on that lecture when I was being taught that particular figure, particular equation. Otherwise, I'm perfect in mathematics. But he said, no problem. I will look at the YouTube. And for me, it was an example how empowered he was. He looked at the YouTube. I don't know the quality of information which he got. But so was it trusted site? Probably not. But I know that the marks he got at the end were very good. So what I'm trying to say is that through the media, through this kind of innovative use of social media, of the digital world which is out there, which is in here as well, we can really help younger part of our population to be fully empowered. As of the older generations of Europeans, we also know that by 2020, about 25% of Europeans will be over 65 years. And yet, on average, only 15% of those people above 65 use internet across Europe. So it's very important to recognize that by working together, and there will be a new opportunity which will open up with the digital TV and also with fully connected TV, we can really have a strong partnership between us in order to reach all the population. So the final message from my side is that as the media reminds us every day, we are facing multiple challenges as a society in both the economic as well as in social terms. However, times of crisis also force us to innovate and also to change the way we are doing things today. One of the very important ways how to innovate is to use the tools and services that have already shown to work on a wider scale. And this is what I meant by using the broadcasted media. We also know that the investment in ICT pays off, and we can already see very clear benefits in that respect. We have also just opened submission for the E-Inclusion Digital Empowerment Awards 2012. What we want to do is we want to see people's digital empowerment stories and find out the best ways how to train the trainers of the 21st century literacy. We have also asked the member states to appoint their national digital champions, who we want to be some high-level profile people, who will be tasked with ensuring that everyone in their country have the possibility, skills, and reasons to go online, to the benefit of the individuals, to the benefit of industries, economy, as well as to the benefit of the society at large. So my final message, ladies and gentlemen, is that we have to work together to promote and deliver new skills, new services, and technological experience which will make of people's empowerment a key mission for the media of the 21st century. We have to ensure the two powerful means which we have today, the media and the ICT, join the forces to work together to support the ones they are aiming at. That is the people. Thank you very much.